All right, we're back in North Merrick with George from ESG Development. Last time we were here, we had a gigantic gaping hole in the ground, and basically they were just getting ready to pour concrete. 2.5 weeks later, I mean, you can see the progress speaks for itself. So now we're going to go into what has happened from now, since then, what has happened, and the process of everything that goes on.
So like you said last time, we're just have a big hole. So far, we're just pouring foundation, footings. And since then, we poured foundation walls. The framing is up. So all this happened in about 2.5 weeks, really. Was 10 days.
It really starts coming.
10 working days.
Moves quick.
Yes, like I promised you, 3 weeks. We're gonna be done. About 1 more week of framing left here. After that, the windows going in, roof. But I want to kind of talk in detail about the setup that we have going on here.
Yeah, so talk about this, because obviously, you know, I have no idea what these mean.
Yes.
What is this? What goes between here to basically here?
So the very first step after you pour the foundation, you cannot see it that well, but basically this is a foam gasket. What it does is foundation top is imperfect.
Okay.
It has a little grooves and stuff. So you put this kind of, and then you press it down with a mud seal or a
pressure treated wood?
Yes. Once you press it down, basically it eliminates any air movement, any moisture intrusion, everything.
Okay.
It's like basically a barrier.
So that's stopping any, like the wind, maybe some small bugs?
Exactly, yeah. And the second layer of your protection is this termite shield, which is made of copper.
Okay.
And copper is like poison to termites, right?
Now, is all this stuff mandatory to do, or is this something that you just do, or?
Well, you have to do it.
You have to do
the inspection checks it because they want to make sure that the new construction is new codes. Back in the day, nobody did that, but that's
right.
why when you buy older houses, you always termite damage. So this is a relatively new code. It's basically layers of protection.
Okay.
So you have a gasket, you have termite shield made of copper, and then you have pressure-treated wood, which is again has some chemicals. It's a kind of moisture resistant, and also the termites also cannot eat this because it has some chemicals.
Gotcha. So they put the pressure treated on the bottom of the sill just for pressure treated because of the bugs, and also because it's closer to the concrete.
Exactly, because you have moisture coming up from the ground, and then this wall. So basically, when the colony of termites comes, they send their best guy. He's gonna check it out. This house is no good. Let's move on to the next.
Let's move on.
So that's the point of it. Now this is called hurricane strap. Basically, it holds. It's nailed to the bottom, and then also nails to your studs. So if there's a big wind, like
supposed to hold your house down.
Yes, that's the idea, because you have in the bottom of it, then you have a bunch of on top. You'll see once we do the sheathing, we'll do more straps. So it's basically holds your house against any crazy wind movements.
When you put these hurricane straps on, do you have to put them every certain amount of distance? Do you have to have a certain amount of them? Is there like a certain?
Yes, you go the studs. So
every stud.
Every 16 inches.
Every 16 inches has one.
Yes, yes.
And that's all the way around the entire.
Around the house. That's part of inspection. That's part of the code. That's actually the first inspection for framing. Outside sheathing, the inspector will come. He'll make sure everything is strapped. There's no gaps, and if something ever happens, this house will stand. Rest assured.
Rest assured it's still here. All right, so now let's get to the good stuff. Go on to the first floor. So obviously this is going to be a gigantic entryway,
yes,
right? So outside this will have your nice paver steps.
Yes, you have nice paver steps. You enter the house through a beautiful door, and the idea is double entry foyer, all open. This is a temporary stairs. They're not going to be here. They're actually on the side. You have a little landing and then going up.
So basically, what you'll see is this will all be open when you walk in.
Yes.
And you'll have basically staircase going up this way.
Yes.
A platform.
Couple steps, a platform.
And then go up to the main floor.
And then you have 2 giant windows that are 6 feet high each. That will kind of bring the light.
It's a big ass window.
Jealous neighbors can look into your house.
And then you're also going to have staircase underneath it going downstairs to the basement.
We have a finished basement here that's going to have same stairs. You go in, and then another landing, and then left.
And then
inside the
basement, how high are the ceilings going to be in the basement?
9 feet.
9 feet. And
Yes.
is that a standard?
No, it's not standard.
That's a little bit high. That's a little bit.
People do 8 feet, but I'll do always 9 because you
feet.
gotta run AC ducts and stuff.
Yeah. So by the time you have a little drop down.
Exactly. So about
it.
a foot you're gonna lose in some places.
All right. So now, let's talk about like what's going on, the layout. So people are going to walk in. This will all be open.
Yes, it's all open. You have it to the side, so it's kind of really open concept. You see it through the house, and then this is a dining room, large dining room. You have an adjacent living room or a sitting area. The idea is if people are, eating, drinking, somebody wants to kind of get away from everything, sit down, have a chat, they can do that.
So that's like your more formal, like sitting area style, something like that.
It's not really a living room per se. It's not separate, but that's the idea.
Right.
Or you can have one giant dining room for 50 people. That's also.
If you have a big family, bring them all.
Yes. And then we're going into the kitchen.
So this will be just the big entryway right here, basically.
Exactly. Yeah, this is gonna stay how open it is. You have a huge kitchen, all these kitchen cabinets.
So it wraps around all 3 walls here?
Yes. You're gonna have sink over there. You're gonna have a cooktop, double oven. You're gonna have a fridge, pantry, everything. And then obviously a giant island, waterfall island. We cannot do without it.
Every house.
Every house, you gotta go with the waterfall.
You know what? And the first time I remember, now that you say it, the first time when we sold Belmore, I was like, oh, that's extra. Nobody cares about that. But you know what? After seeing it over and over again, it does make a little bit of a difference.
That was extra because I actually put a stone in the front.
Yes, you did the face.
Yeah, I don't do it anymore because I feel that's some overkill. But I was really excited back then.
But it did look really good. Now that I see it over and over again, it does add a little bit of
I don't think
touch.
I ever seen that. You put it
No,
on
the stone in the
side,
front was extra.
the front was overkill, but hey, house sold quick for good money, so well worth it.
So, all right, so you got huge wraparound kitchen on this side.
Yes.
And then what's going to be considered in this space right here?
This is a family room den. We're going to put a big fireplace, electric fireplace with you can hang your TV there.
Oh, okay.
You have triple window, plenty of light, plenty of air, and then you're going to have a couch here. I'm thinking to do another section like a bar area.
A little bar section
Built in,
over
yeah,
here.
but it's not.
And then
see
you have
where we are with the
basically-
budget by the time we get there.
And then you have this whole wraparound section.
Exactly.
TV will be the focal point.
And then you can. It'd be nice to have a bar area here, but we'll see.
And then you'll have sliders from right here.
Sliders going to
out
the
to the backyard.
Yes.
And what I like, so you mentioned this on the first video, that this is an oversized lot.
Yes.
So you still have, how many feet would you say from here to the
This
back
is
door?
120, so you have extra 20 feet. 60 by 100 is the standard. This
Right.
is 60 by 120. So I would say you have another 45, 50 feet left. If this was a standard lot, you would have about 25 feet, which is very close.
Right, which would be very close.
Yeah,
so here you have, you could really do whatever you want. Now, in the backyard, some people may want a pool, some people don't want pool, some people just want pavers.
Yeah, I'm debating
some want a
that.
deck.
I was thinking to put a pool, but then after getting some opinions, it's like
Hit or miss.
Some people might not buy the house because it has a pool.
Right.
Most people will buy the house because they can put
A pool later if they want.
anytime they want.
Now, say there's no pool,
Yeah.
what's your standard backyard, for something like this
So
look like?
basically, I give them pavers, kind of paver patio. You have set of stairs,
Okay.
and then it's usually 15 by 20, just enough to have a nice little setup. With
Right.
Umbrellas, chairs, table,
Barbecue.
whatever, exactly. But sometimes people want bigger. We work with our clients. if
But
they
then you
want bigger.
do sprinklers, sod.
Obviously, that's always given.
You say obviously, but a lot of people,
I actually
they
did
don't do
notice
stuff
that.
like
a lot
that.
of times the house is 1.5 million and there is no fence.
there's no fence, there's no sod,
Yeah,
there's no
it's-
sprinklers. You got to do all yourself. So,
I don't know.
you
If I was a builder, luxury builder in that price range, I would be so embarrassed that somebody can tell me, hey, put a fence or something.
Yeah.
You gotta give people
turnkey.
turnkey because you're asking millions of dollars, so it's just not fair.
I
But
agree.
we always do a set of 5, 6 zones depending on the size of the property. Obviously, new fence, sod, like you don't have to.
you don't got to
Ask
do nothing
for
but
that.
bring your furniture.
Exactly.
All right. So now, on the main floor, you're also going to have.
Yes, we have
bedroom?
1 bedroom, full bathroom.
Okay.
Now this bedroom is pretty good size. It has a closet, but if people want to use it as an office, they can.
So technically, this house has bedroom on the main floor, used as an office, whatever. Great sized bedroom, regardless.
Yes, yes.
So technically, it's 5 bedrooms, 3 full bathrooms?
That is correct. 4. Actually, no, it's 5. You're confusing me now. You have 3 bathrooms upstairs,
3 upstairs.
1 here and 1 in the basement.
Oh, and 1 in the
Yeah,
basement.
there's a finished basement with a bathroom. So you
So
have
5 bathrooms.
5 bedrooms.
So plenty of places to take a piss.
5 bathrooms. Yeah. Plenty.
And then 5, so 5 and 5.
Yes, 5 and 5. It's
That's a lot of house.
a lot of house, a lot of bathrooms.
A lot of bathrooms. All right, so now while we're down here, if you look up, for me, I see this header looks, a different color or seems to be thicker
So,
than a lot of the others. And then you see all these strappings on these ones, but you don't see it on a lot of other ones. What is the purpose
let's
of
talk
this?
about it. Now this is there's a few names for it. LVL, micro lamp. Basically, it's a stronger. You have regular 2x10, 2x12.
Right.
That is basically, you see, it's made up of several plywood thin sheets.
Okay.
So it can hold much bigger load.
Got it.
Now, the reason you see this joist hangers because it's flush. Like here, you have a header. You see, it sits on a header.
Oh, okay.
So you don't need a joist hanger. You see how it's the header?
Right, it overhangs.
Yeah, it sits.
Yep.
But over there, I don't want to have a header, so I just did it flush.
Got it. So whenever it's flush, you need the hangers.
Actually, you can see here, it sits on a header
Right.
over there. So there's no
Right in the corner, it sits on the header.
Right now, and then on this side, it's a bigger span. So we actually had put a metal plate in between.
Oh, wow.
You see that?
Yeah.
And then bolted in.
So because you ran it from the front of the house
this is much
all the way to
span.
here,
If you put only LVLs, over time it's just gonna
they still bolt.
Yes.
Got
We'll
it.
put a metal plate, we bolted it in. That way it's much stronger, it will never move.
Gotcha. So the longer span, you really have to put a,
Yes.
a metal.
It's basically,
metal.
you need to do a calculation, but all these things, engineer, architect, they
They set
give
it
us
up for you.
put in the plan, so we just have to follow the plans. We don't have to sit here and calculate ourselves.
Right, right.
And then the same thing there, right?
So is it any time there's a larger span, you kind of need the LVL?
Right. Eventually, if it's too big span, no LVL is gonna hold. You have to put a metal.
You have to go
beams,
metal. Got
yes.
it. At what distance do you feel like? When's the limit of? You have to go like metal.
There's a kind of simple formula. It goes time and a half. Let's say regular 2x12, you can go up to 18 feet. Like here, we have about 17 feet.
Okay.
So 12 times 1.5.
Got it.
After
That's
18 feet, you cannot do a regular 2x12.
So then you would have to go LVL.
Right? And then that distance increases, then eventually you have to put in metal beams. I always try to work with LVLs because it's simpler. You don't have to bring a metal guy.
Right.
And it's cheaper, right? And sometimes you have to wait weeks. You have to fabricate the metal. LVL is more.
You have to bring in a crane usually to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At some houses, I had to hire a crane, and wait for the guy and all this stuff. So if you can't get away with it, go with LVL. But sometimes
you can't.
Yeah.
All right. So before we go upstairs, my question was, okay, so you have this opening to go into like your kitchen area. How does it work in terms of modifying something? Because sometimes you're walking the project as it gets built, and you're like, man, I wish this was maybe a little bit larger, or I want to add another
That's
window.
right. So a lot of
How does
times
that work?
you have something in your head, but then when you start building, you might not like the size. So
Right.
things happen. If it's a minor thing, you might be able to get away. If it's a bigger, let's say, to make it smaller, you don't have to do anything because the header is right size for the big opening. So sometimes maybe you want to have a bigger wall or something, you can put more 2x4s and it's fine. However, if you make it bigger, you have to make sure that the header you have already in place can hold the load.
Got it.
Sometimes if you go too big, you have to call your architect, he has to file the amendment, it has to go to the town, and then the town has to examine the plan again, make sure if it's fine, and then they'll issue amended plan. You can make and do it.
So you would have to wait to do it until that plan comes back, or do you still move forward?
Again, this
Depends.
is debatable. Not ideally, but technically you have to stop work and then wait.
And then wait.
But if you think it's fine, you go ahead. But sometimes if it's not fine, they'll make you actually redo everything. So you have to be confident that whatever you're doing,
It's going to get approved.
Exactly, yes. So I would not suggest just going and doing it and then they'll make you rebuild the house. Obviously, you have to. The best is to call your architect. He says, yeah, it's fine. Go ahead, and then you can
Send the amendment.
Yes.
Because if you wanted to, instead of doing one amendment at a time, right? Because usually they give you one for free or something like that, right?
Yes.
Can you bundle, like, I want to open up this bigger, I'm going to add another window over here, I'm going to do this?
That's how we do it.
All together?
Because inevitably you're gonna have amendments, and usually it's until you're ready to close the walls.
Okay.
You can collect the amendments and then get it approved. Because let's say you close the walls, but then there's not approved, they have to open the walls. So you have to basically gauge yourself how much ahead you can go.
Right.
That's all.
So usually, what's the standard? 1, 2 amendments per project?
Oyster Bay gives you one.
Okay.
I think Hampstead doesn't give you anything. You have to pay.
You got to pay for everything.
Yes. Don't quote me for that.
All right, so you know what? Let's go check upstairs because that's where all the fun stuff is. So let's check upstairs. We'll see all the other bedrooms, bathrooms, and you can see the view of the backyard from the second floor. So obviously, this is going to be the second floor that we're on right now. Staircase that we just came out won't be there like you mentioned.
Yes.
You're going to be coming up more on this side, right?
Yes, you have a staircase going down that way, platform to your left. So this is all open.
All open.
You're gonna have these giant windows. So it's gonna be a lot of light. It's gonna be a different type of setup, right? A lot of people do colonial, but we just trying to
A little bit different.
switch it up this time. Let's see how it works.
I like the staircase being to the side, in like the corner, rather than the standard colonial where maybe it's like right in the center.
Exactly, yeah.
And then you have to go upstairs and your coat closet's right over there. I feel like this is going to open up this whole
We'll
area.
see. We'll be here. You'll be here, and
We'll see it.
We'll debate it.
Standing upstairs right now, we're in just the hallway, right? So to the left, talk to us what we're going to have going on this side of the house.
So on this floor, you have 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. So you have 1 bedroom here. These bedrooms are decent size. They're not huge, but
do you know what did you make the standard, like this, still a great size, probably the smallest one upstairs, but still a great size.
This is 12 by 13.
12 by 13.
Yeah, which is probably the least. Anything smaller than that, you have a little bit less room.
But 12 by 13, this is 12 by 13, still larger than your average bedroom.
Exactly, yes, still good size.
Double closet.
Double closet, you're gonna have a big closet. Then you have a 1 bedroom for these 2 guys to share. These guys have 1 bedroom to share.
So this is going to be a full bathroom right here?
Yes.
Okay.
And you have a laundry room on the second floor.
Second floor laundry is always nice.
You don't need to go downstairs.
Don't go to the basement.
Basket. Another bedroom there. It's about the same size as this. Also 12 by 13.
Okay, so basically great size kids' rooms or...
Exactly. This for children. And then on that side we have 1 more not primary, what is it called? Junior.
Junior suite.
Junior suite. It has its own bathroom, it's a large room with its own bathroom.
So this is the door into the room?
Yeah, this is actually 15 by 12, so you can see the difference.
So this is 15 by 12, so it's an extra 3 feet?
Yes, you can see it just feels much bigger.
Yeah, so you got an extra 3 feet and you have your own bathroom.
Yes. And the best part is always primary setup here. Huge.
So this is all primary?
Yes, this actually is about 22 by 17.
That's huge.
Almost 400 square feet, a little less.
I mean, you literally have enough room. So what's the setup really going to be? Like more like your bed gets pushed on this wall? Is that what you're thinking?
I don't know.
Because you're gonna have closet.
Yeah, probably
bathroom?
makes more sense come this way. But you do have triple windows, so they'll have to figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, you have enough room in here for a bed and a couch.
Exactly, bed and couch, or you can set up a little desk for your office, whatever. You have another. This could be actually
little butler's pantry. You got to put the little wet bar right here.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So this is a walk-in closet. Again, bigger than most rooms actually.
Yeah, this is a great size.
This is 10 by 10.
This is the size of an office.
10, or actually 11 by 10. 11 by 10. This is walk-in closet.
Okay.
And you have about same size the primary.
And then what can we expect in the George primary bathroom?
Listen, if you follow my Instagram, you know what to expect. You're gonna have a tub and a shower in the same space. You're gonna get a nice skylight with a shower head inside, double vanity, toilet. That's I've been doing this for a few years now. I cannot
That's your MO.
Yes,
They
yes.
call it, right? That's your MO.
I need something new, but for now I cannot find anything that I like.
That's what you like right now.
So I'm just switching up the color, switching up the designs, but the gist of it is the same.
And when you do the shower and the tub combo, where like where the soaking tub is sitting in the shower,
yeah.
you put the glass up still and everything, correct?
Yes, yeah. We always do the shower doors, glass. Pretty much, and there's nothing to do. When you buy a house that we built, you have everything.
It's complete.
Yes.
And that's something that I think goes a long way, because
Yeah, that's
a lot of
why-
people won't even put up the glass, and it's not like it's a lot of work. It's just annoying to have to do that when I first move in. You know?
Exactly, yes,
So to have that done.
My goal is to give people less things to complain, to talk about. If they like the house, they just get it. You don't have to go back and forth, do this, do that.
Right, you like it.
Now, new thing that the other day, the guys, now they want leaf guards on the gutters. There's nothing else to talk about. And now the guys, why don't you put the leaf guards on the gutter? I'll do it next time.
Next time you got it.
Yeah.
But as you can see from here, now that we're on the second floor, how really large the backyard still is, because you have that extra lot. Like, you have a lot of room back here for,
Yes.
you could literally do whatever you wanted. You could have a pool, you could have plenty
You
of
can put
room.
another small house in the back. That's how much room you have here. Like
Yeah.
that guy, look, this is a little,
Oh yeah, he has a garage in the
he
backyard.
built a garage, then built some other, and now it's like a living unit in the back.
You got a little house back there.
Yes.
No, but it's true. You got plenty of space back here. So upstairs, when you're framing this up, talk about, these real quick. I see, you have an LVL here,
Yes, yes.
but then on this side, obviously, you just have a basic
Okay,
header,
so
right?
again, it's all about the span. Now this is a triple window, which is about 10 feet together, altogether.
Okay.
So if you put a regular 2x10, same thing, because you got all these rafters on top of it.
Right.
Over time, it will
It's gonna start
It's
bending.
gonna crush the window. Window might be inoperable after that. That's why you gotta go with this is actually 2x10 or 2x12 LVL, which is very strong and it can hold the weight.
The weight of the
Here,
span.
it's just a regular header. You don't need just a small header. That way, just to be safe.
So when these go in, it's basically, you have your, what's it? So the top plate is the top?
Yes, yeah, top
And-
plate.
And then what's underneath that?
You have a header, but it's missing jack studs, so you
Okay.
gotta put more here to hold this up.
So the jacks, so these are jack studs?
This is your typical standard door setup.
Okay.
This is called a king stud, the main stud.
And that goes straight up.
And then you have a jack stud that comes here.
Okay, so there'll be, where you
There's
have it
another
marked
one,
out right
exactly,
here?
yes.
So these will go and support the header from underneath.
Underneath, yes, and that gets the top plate.
Gotcha. And that's a standard setup. So is that the same for a window as well? Do you have,
Yes, same setup for window, but again, the size of the window determines. If it's a large span, you cannot use regular 2x10s.
Right, so it'll be more like that.
You need LVL, yes.
So like, does an LVL still need a
Yes.
jack stud as
Yes.
well?
It's gonna be.
So there'll be a jack stud underneath that as well.
Yes.
Main floor, second floor, pretty much almost completely framed, right?
Right. So
What happens now?
Now we're gonna start building our roof system. Basically, you need rafters. You need the main ridge, and once that's completed, you put plywood sheathing all around. And
So next
you're ready to
time
go.
we come back, I would assume, system is going to be done, right?
Yes.
Sheathing on the outside of the house will probably be
Yes.
done as well.
Yes.
What's the next step where like you could really see a difference in the house? Like if
Okay.
you were to walk, you'd be like,
Once you sheathe everything, you have a house. You can see the layout, the form of the house, and then next step is roof, windows, doors.
Okay.
Like outside exterior doors, sliders, and then siding. So I would say, if you come back in 2 weeks, we're gonna have the roof system done, all the sheathing, plywood is done, roof shingles done, windows in, door in, basically ready for siding.
ready for siding.
So I would say that's a good place to come back so you see the progress. Right now it's still kind of, you see the house is not really, you cannot
You don't
get-
feel it as a house yet.
Exactly, but once you get the roof on, the sheathing on, you can stay inside the house, you know?
And you don't have to worry about the rain.
Exactly, and it's not gonna get rained on.
All right, so 2, maybe 3 weeks, we'll be back here. We'll see what the actual house layout, what the roof system and everything will be done,
Yes.
what the house is gonna look like. So if you like what you're seeing and you're interested in following the journey, make sure you look out for vlog 3 with George from ESG Development. We're gonna go through what went on with the roof and everything going forward. So any questions, DM us, write a comment below, and we'll make sure we answer them for you.